This video is long overdue. This is a Lawson hammock tent, and I used it on my Trans-Euro Trail Estonia trip back in the September. First things, it doesn't come with any straps, so I have those. I have those that I bought to make it more stable. There are different sizes, and then I have this to basically use another tarp if necessary. It's really easy to set it up. It has a rainfly and a hammock itself, and what you do is just put these two together, and that's it. From the one side, okay, maybe this length is bought these for stability, but I can also use these for this. So another side. And those are arches that are gonna keep the tent up. Oh, you can use it as a regular hammock that way. And those snap together with a nice cord. Easy peasy. Like this. Then you're gonna use this to spread it more apart. Also the second one. So it stays up, and if it's a nice day, then you don't need a rainfly. So then you're gonna use a rainfly if you need, and it's really easy to set it up. So just like that, like that. We have those hooks, just like that, and also cord, little cord, bungee cord there on the side. And you have those Velcro straps that you can just put there. And you have these hooks. You can use these hooks when you set this on the ground. You can use it as a small tent on the ground. But I would use these when I set it up between the trees as well, because you get a little space there and you might not get water in. What happened to me was, when it started raining, I got wet. It it was a heavy rain and not so nice at all being wet in a hammock, but water won't get in if it isn't like massive rain it was. So that's it, that's the setup, but it looks really unstable. That's why I have this. Basically what I do is I hook it here, then I go around the tree maybe a couple of times, depends, and okay, and that's it. Now it's more stable. One night I had this really nice place where I had one tree, another one, and then two trees really close, so I made it really stable. But I'd use these and just take it down like this, then it's more stable. But I saw a YouTube video where a guy tried to roll it over, but he failed. So anyways, let's get inside. And then you're gonna see a problem with hammock camping. Problem with hammock camping is, where do you put your other stuff? Okay, let's take the rain fly off from this side. Don't need it. It's just like if you're motorcycle camping, and that's a kind of serious problem. Where do you put your gear? Because in here you don't want your boots in here. So okay, you leave the boots outside. But if you leave the boots outside and it's raining, then you're in trouble. So what I did, I used my 60-liter dry bag and put all my gear in there. And gear stayed dry, but that meant I needed different kind of shoes. So I had just shoes that I put here, and it was really difficult to get them. Another problem I had, yeah, when it was raining I got wet, but another problem I had was with the sleeping pad. You cannot use a sleeping pad in here. It just moves out all the time, so you can't use it. So I was cold, and I know there's an underquilt for it now, but it's rather expensive. So yeah, you need a good sleeping bag if you're gonna use this. And that's kind of the biggest downside. It was cold. But overall, you can set it up as a tent. You don't have the pegs for it. You should buy some pegs. Then you can use it as a tent on the ground, but it won't be as roomy. It's really roomy, right, as you can see, but it won't be as roomy. There are some sort of Velcro here. I think it might be for the sleeping mat for this, but haven't seen any. But a really nice big door. So quite comfy. Little rocking feeling. Oh, by the way, you can see those loops. Really nice to have your flashlight or something in here. But I think with underquilt it's really comfy. But yeah, underquilt costs quite a lot of money. But you can see it's no problem. And it does need to get some used to it. But you get the point. Let's try to put it as a tent also. Don't have bags, but I have these. I think they'll do. And as you can already see, it's not as roomy when it's up. So let's also take the rain fly to see how claustrophobic it is. So rain fly. Okay, something happened with my tent. Those are not real bags. So you probably need real bags, because those things. So yeah, let's not overdo ourselves. So thing is, it's up, and as you can see, you really need to stretch it now. So, and put it. Okay, let's take it off. Anyways, it's not as easy as it seems. Use real bags and I think you'll be okay. Anyways, let's see how claustrophobic it is. Already having a trouble getting in. Let's try this way. As you can see, it's no space and it's really claustrophobic. So if you have an option, don't use it on the ground. Oh. If you're gonna use it on the ground, don't use those tools you have for bags. They won't work. So overview. You can use the Lawson as a hammock or as a tent or PV, however you want to call it. But it's meant for as a hammock. So it has some problems which can be overcome. Basically, what was the biggest problem for me was it was cold, just too cold, and I don't want to use it again because it was cold. But if that gets sorted, I'm all good. First night I used it, I had a cramp in my leg, and I think it was because of the cold and whatnot, and it was just really unpleasant. Couldn't walk in the morning. Second night I had the really nice place to stabilize it. It wasn't raining, it was really nice night. Third night I used it, it was raining heavily and water got in. So when I got up in the morning at around 6 o'clock, I was wet. My sleeping bag was wet, my clothes were wet. So I just got up. I did have the second tarp, but it didn't cover all the tent. It was from basically from half the tent, and I used the second tarp to give me some sort of dry ground in the morning, and also for my gear, which was inside the dry bag. But yeah, the gear, it was okay. You have to keep in mind that in September nights are not really warm in Estonia. It even might be minus something. 4 out of 5.